we work together, there's nothing we can't achieve. We are original. Confidence is our style. No matter what, we work it out. The world's a runway and we leave no doubt. We are original. Confidence is our style. Express ourselves, we don't stand by. Girls with a passion for fashion. Me and my girls, strong together, doesn't get better. It's a vibe, it's our world. We were born to be trendsetters. We're brats.
Hi again, everyone. I'm sorry for being gone from the channel for so long, but the reason is I have wanted to talk about something I've noticed occurring in the doll community for a long time now, but I have been hesitant to do so because I don't want to upset anyone in this community just because I'm mildly annoyed, but I'm tired of being quiet. I feel like people who have tried to address this topic before have been too indirect about their criticisms towards some adult doll collectors, so I feel the need to be brutally honest today. I'm sure you have already guessed what I'm going to talk about, but before I spill the tea, I want to make a little disclaimer first. I'm not sneak dissing anyone, but as the saying goes in the South, a hit dog will holler, so if you feel like I'm talking about you, or you think I'm subtly trying to talk about someone specific, just know that this is not a call-out video directed at anybody, it's a general statement. When I have a problem with someone, I address them by name. If you feel like I'm talking about you, then maybe what I'm about to say does apply to you, but that doesn't mean you should try to start an argument with me just for sharing my opinion. You're entitled to your own opinions, and you don't have to agree with me, but so am I, and I want to speak my piece and then put my opinions to bed. If you don't like what I'm saying, let's just agree to disagree right now. I can respect opposing opinions to my own, but I won't react negatively or engage in heated verbal disagreements if that's what you're hoping for. I'm not looking for a fight. This video is also not rage bait, and I'm not trying to stir the pot. But with that huge disclaimer aside, let's get to the topic of today's video. If I'm being 100% honest, in general, I think that some adult collectors complain far too much about doll brands and dolls being made for children to enjoy. The truth is, whether you like it or not, the average non-collector budget and Playline Barbie doll, LOL OMG doll, Rainbow High and Shadow High dolls on store shelves, and almost every other new affordable doll you can find in the toy aisle these days are not being made for adults to enjoy, aside from certain brands like maybe the Monster High reboot and the Bratz dolls. Don't twist my words. I said almost every doll, not all of them. A lot of dolls being made and sold at stores like Walmart and Target and other stores with aisles of dolls for sale are meant to be for children to enjoy. Plenty of people have tried to break this as gently as possible to the community and have provided plenty of research and evidence to reasonably back up their claims, and they have tried so hard to remind adult collectors that they are not the main priority. But despite these efforts, some people are still hell-bent on complaining about new dolls that are being made for kids. I don't think the message came through loud and clear enough, so I feel the need to repeat this as many times as I can in this video without being annoying. These dolls are not being made for adults to enjoy. You can like and enjoy budget and Playline dolls, but you shouldn't be endlessly complaining about dolls that are not made to suit your age demographic because you're ranting about the obvious. Of course you're not going to like them. Budget and Playline dolls are made for kids and what kids find appealing. If you like what kids like, great, I'm not here to judge you. But if not, you should expect to be disappointed if you're hoping for these dolls to appeal to you or your taste. Every time I see a new video where an adult doll collector is complaining about Playline or budget Barbie dolls, Rainbow and Shadow High dolls, and other budget-friendly, commonly sold brands of dolls and toys being made for kids, it makes me want to bang my head against a wall. You're probably not going to like the dolls made for today's kids, because you might not like things kids these days enjoy, like slime and glitter makeup, just to give some examples. In my unprofessional opinion, the adults in this community who are sharing extremely negative opinions about budget and Playline dolls are sometimes projecting their own negative feelings onto the situation instead of relying on facts and evidence. In simple terms, some people are spreading misinformation, and they're also bringing unnecessary negativity into the doll community because they don't have research or evidence to back up why they think a brand is out of touch with their consumers or why they think a brand is dying. It truly bothers me, and I'm not even a fan or collector of a lot of the brands I've listed as examples of budget or Playline dolls, so if I'm aware of the negativity in these communities, then you would basically have to be living under a rock to not notice, because I'm very slow to catch on to things in this community. The honest truth is, these companies are not out of touch, and these budget and Playline doll brands are not declining or dying. It's all slander without evidence. If you ask me, the only thing that's declining or dying is the patience and the interest in new Playline or budget dolls that some adult doll collectors have, and not the brand itself. If you look into the financial records of major doll companies, year after year, brands like Mattel and MGA Entertainment have earned more profit than before, so clearly they're doing something right. I'm sorry for coming off as condescending, but I truly believe that some people in the doll community need a breakdown of how doll companies actually work, because some people seem to think that adult doll collectors are the only people on Earth buying dolls nowadays. Adult doll collectors are a small part of the demographic of people buying budget and Playline dolls, and therefore, our influence, or rather the ability of adult doll collectors to influence a company to make changes, is small. Unfortunately, the majority rules, and we are not the majority. Instead of being outraged, we need to face the facts. Adult doll collectors make for terrible customers if you're trying to make the most profit, because we are picky and we expect the best, and we are more likely to not buy a doll for a minor flaw or wait for dolls to go on sale. And none of these things make it easy to make good money selling dolls, which is a company's main objective if their primary products are dolls and toys. Unless the doll community as a whole starts buying more dolls than adults are buying for children, your criticisms for these dolls will always be secondary to what children think. I'm not going to argue with anybody about this. If the stock photos of kids playing with these dolls cannot convince you that they are being made for kids, I don't know what will. There's even promotional pictures of young girls playing with Zoe Electra and Carla Choupette, the Shadow High dolls. Some of us, not all of us, need to accept that we are not part of the main demographic that companies like MGA and Mattel are trying to appeal to anymore. But the main takeaway of today's video is not that I'm annoyed. The important part is, the sooner some people try to come to terms with the facts and try to remember that adult collectors are usually not being catered to on purpose, the less disappointment some people may experience in the future when new dolls come out. Go ahead, make another complaint about budget or Playline dolls for kids. I'm not trying to stop you. You can share your opinion, but you shouldn't expect your negative opinion or rant or Twitter thread, video, or petition, or however else you're expressing yourself to change how a multi-million-dollar company makes dolls. For every angry adult doll collector out there who doesn't like new budget or Playline dolls, there is a whole group of kids saying the exact opposite things, and kids are buying these dolls up with their parents' money. You are shouting into a metaphorical void when you complain about dolls made for kids. Other people may agree with you, but if any of those other people that agreed with you are not the CEOs or have no decision-making power within the companies that make dolls, then it doesn't matter what you or they might think, because ultimately, it won't change what a company decides to do if your opinion is not the majority. Given everything I just said in today's video, I expect to ruffle some feathers, and I expect that this is not going to be a popular opinion in the doll community, but I'm not being this candid to start arguments with people. I'm just trying to be a voice of reason in this situation because I don't see an end to people getting upset about budget and Playline dolls, but if you ask me, it's not something that's worth being upset about in the first place. But with that said, that's all I have for today's video. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you have subscribed to my channel in the past few months, thank you very much for doing that, because I truly appreciate your support. Until next time, bye for now.